world has been waiting, but that's okay,
Long time.
Yeah, good things take time, as they say. Good things take
Good things, time make good,
Yeah.
long wait.
Unless you're born a billionaire, then you can get good right away, although it's worldly good, so it ain't going to last that long. But that's okay. We are making good things happen in due time. Welcome, everybody. You are seeing one of the most beautiful men in the world, Pro Drew Cash.
Well, thank you.
Gorgeous. He looking
And
gorgeous on this
right up
Eastern
there,
afternoon.
right up there. I mean, you're up there too, man. I mean, you
I'm
got to
trying.
be. You're flying a little bit too close to the sun, if you ask me.
Trying. I would like to get some color, The albino look doesn't go super well with me. But,
What is it?
the albino look.
Oh, albino. I thought you said
Yeah.
Mamaimo.
No, I said albino. But, that's okay. That's okay. We work with what we got, and what
That's
we got
it.
is what we work with.
That is it. And he is risen.
He is risen indeed. I
It
learned that
is
I'm
Easter.
supposed to say that. You're
It is
supposed to
Easter.
say, when somebody says he is risen,
And
your response must be he is
is
risen
risen
indeed. Indeed.
Indeed, sir.
Like the job website. So, yep. Um,
And so Easter was today. Great. We packed all the kids out and went to Easter service. Of course, it's packed. It's kind of like going to Christmas Eve service. It's packed.
yeah. Everybody shows up on Easter. They're like, he's back again. So we might want to be there when he shows up.
We need to go to church on Easter.
Yeah.
That's what somebody in the family says. And so the cool thing about our church is they have really good childcare. So we drop all 4 kids off.
Okay, that's beautiful.
And see them in an hour and a half type deal. And our pastor from, 3 years ago now, moved to a church planting commission, I guess. And so we've had another pastor, head pastor since then, but Nate Headinga came back and just did really good.
Came back.
So we went to brunch afterwards with our family. Just a beautiful time at McMiniman's in Bothell, Washington.
Oh, McMiniman's. I didn't even know they had one.
Yep, they have a McMiniman's, and it's really cool for people that haven't gone. Basically what it is it's some restaurants and some nice little eatery spots, and then in the middle of all the restaurants is a garden area. And the garden area has outdoor seating and fire pits, and on a beautiful Seattle day like today, 54 degrees, which sounds cold to people, but it's, oh man, not a cloud in the sky. It never rains on Easter also.
It never rains. Is that a statistical fact? In Washington or in the world?
In my part of the world.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't rain. Doesn't rain over here. The day before and the day after, like yesterday, it snowed and hailed.
Yeah. Okay.
And I coached a soccer game yesterday for my 6-year-old, and it was miserable. We had kids leaving after 10 minutes of play. Everybody's crying on the sideline, but not today. On Easter, Jesus rises. It's going to be good weather. And it was. Nice. So McMiniman's was an absolute fantastic time. Nice. And the kids, however, sitting down inside, which I don't know why our family got reservations inside.
Yeah, I know.
And didn't try to change the
beautiful weather. What are we doing?
I don't know. And trying
to
change
that.
Trying
to
get
there and be like, do you have any outside seating?
Yeah, well, no one even asked that. And to get an 8-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 3-year-old, a 9-month-old, to sit anywhere for I don't know, an hour and 20 minutes. That's impossible, dude. I was taking two kids out of it at a time on little discovery missions where we go run out and play, and then I get back and take the other two, and it was
Yeah.
constantly, it's just at some point it's it's not as fun as it could be. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Okay. I got
But
you.
that's okay. That's what it is. And then we had some of the family back over here for an Easter egg hunt.
Nice. Beautiful.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was gonna clean up all of the eggs and candy wrappers that are in my front lawn.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have my children do that because I didn't get any candy
Yeah.
and I just bought the candy and the
Yeah.
basket.
There you go.
We have
You
some
got to learn
wonderful neighbors.
responsibility.
Yeah, we have some wonderful neighbors that are Catholic, and they brought us over a really nice little uh, a bag of gifts for all the kids. A couple beanie babies. Is that what they're
Beanie
called?
Babies. Yeah, I didn't know those
They,
existed anymore. Okay.
dude, they still sell them. Okay.
Wow.
Beanie babies, candy, a wonderful, beautiful card. And they have two older girls, like a 13 or no, 14 and 12.
Yeah.
So they're definitely not like our kids aren't like entertaining. We have an 8 and 6 year old girl. So it's like not fun, to hang out with them necessarily, but they're good. They're practicing being babysitters. So great neighbors, known them for 8 years. I actually knocked on their door before we bought the house. I went around and knocked on the neighbors' doors just to see about the HOA because we pay $60 a month. See what the neighbors are like, just to check people out, and just to
What
say
was your
hi.
lead-in question?
What's
I
that?
know what mine would have been. What was your lead-in question? Mine would have been like this. The answer, hey, I just moved next door. Are you a
Have you
pedophile?
accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior?
Yeah, that's my follow-up.
That
First is, are you a pedophile?
okay. Why? Okay. Well, you could look that up.
You could, but it's better to be direct. Why go
Okay.
left? You know what I mean? Like, what are you going to go in the back door? You're going to look up and then you're going to know. It's like, no, let's have a conversation.
Okay. Well, one thing
I
that's
mean,
a
this
good.
is a joke. I wouldn't actually do that.
And then what you would do is, can I come inside and look around your house to make sure?
Oh, geez. Okay. Took that show in
Um,
the wrong direction. He is risen.
he has risen, and so all
Oh,
of that
you missed a
happened
whole
today.
word there.
No, I
Indeed.
said
You got to say indeed.
he has risen.
I know, but I said it first this time.
You know what?
Oh, you're a
I've heard a lot about this. Is a lot of, and this isn't a critique, but a lot of jokes are all about timing.
Yes, that's true. Yes, that's true.
And I'm actually trying to get out of it. I forgot to say he has risen indeed. I forgot indeed, and I'm trying to backpedal and get out of it
Yeah,
and try to undercut what you're saying. I forgot. Let's just be
that's
honest.
okay.
I forgot. But after all that, I jump on and we're going. So
Yeah.
full day. What does your Easter day look like so far?
I got up this morning. I got ready.
Okay.
I picked a buddy up.
A buddy.
Yeah, a friend, because my wife is at her parents'.
Okay.
She's going for the weekend. I was planning on going, and then I got a work thing scheduled got a work thing put in my calendar for Monday morning. So I was like, okay, we did the farmer's market on Saturday. Windy day, stormy, but crushed it.
Okay.
Did well. I just suck people
You-
in. You only
you
want
and
one of those?
you and your bride, you and your wife.
Yep. So
Okay.
did that. Then the plan was to go up to see her parents for Easter weekend. Then I got something put on my calendar for Monday, so I could not take Monday off of work. So then I was like, okay, well, I probably won't go because then I'm going to drive up Saturday to drive back Sunday. So then she went up.
How many hour drive?
It's only 2.5.
Okay, that wouldn't be bad. So you would have driven up there Saturday at around what, 4 o'clock?
Yep.
And then you would have driven back Sunday around 4 o'clock.
Probably 7-ish. Because of dinner.
Okay.
It would have been an Easter dinner. So I
Oh yeah, Easter dinner. Right.
7, would have got back 9:30, probably gone straight to bed. But it was good. It was a good weekend. I had a good Easter weekend. I took a buddy to church. He's never been to the church we go to yet. Took him there. You know, I wanted to make it seem like I was like really like, you know, how I think I played up my part a little bit because I never sing at church. But then today I was like, he is risen.
And he has risen, like right in your buddy's ear.
So they did that, then came home, took the dog for a beautiful sunny run. I wanted to get a little. I shaved my head last night, as you can
Looks
see.
good, man. I like it. I like it.
I just, you know, I trimmed it with like a 3/4 inch or something like that. And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I want to go a little shorter, so I went like 3/8. And then I was
Yeah.
like, oh, now I'm in this middle realm. Now
Right.
just go 1 millimeter or whatever I did. Just
Yeah.
real short. I did that last night. Why did I do that? Because it was a full moon and I needed to do some personal smudging. Okay. Needed to personally smudge some of myself, get some old energy out. I wanted to come in a new realm, new perspective going into Sunday morning.
Without some old long hair with all your DNA and experiences on it for the last who knows how long.
Holding all that energy, and I was just like,
let's get that off of there.
Oh, the attachments. So then I just so I just shaved it, woke up a new man. Okay.
Yep.
Then went to church, took the dog on a glorious, beautiful run, tried to get a little color on my scalp, and then I spent a good chunk of the afternoon doing the backyard lawn work because it was a small forest out there.
You appear to me like you've been outside for about 4 hours today. And let me tell you why.
Yeah. Yep. Okay.
When you go out in the sun, your skin turns a red hue.
Yeah, it does. It doesn't turn a tan color.
No,
that takes.
Yeah, you got to do light burn over light burn over light burn, and then you start looking brown.
Yeah, that takes some time though. That's effort.
Yeah.
But they got the backyard cleaned up. That was a jungle. Okay. There were sections where the mower was bogging down. Have you ever had sections in your house where I'm like pushing and I have to go so slow, and it's because it's like
do you tilt your mower up so it's going like this?
Yeah, of course I do. Well, what I do is, so in the corner of our yard, when we first moved in here, there was a section of weeds about hip height. Okay.
Yeah.
It was about 2 and 8 inches high of just these like nettle weeds. I mowed them down. I took care of it. Okay. It took me a month to get rid of them. Got rid of them. But now that whole section never really got well. I just was keeping it short. And then I kind of let it go hog wild towards the end of the years because we picked up the market. So then I wasn't really paying attention to the yard. I kind of left it alone, and then at some point it was like, oh, it's winter. It's dormant. There's no point to go out there, even though it was turning into a small forest. And now in about a quarter section of the back northwest part of the lot, it's just these like weed lily pad looking things, which are just gnarly. And so I basically just mowed. I'd get the mower bogged down. So it was like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's like gumming up, and the tank is so backed up it can't put anything. So I see the mulch just mushing around on the grass. So then I push that spread of mulch, and then I lift the mower up and I try to blanket the weeds that I mowed down with mulch grass. So it's like, oh, from a distance, kind of looks like that's grass. I'm not sure. It doesn't look horrible, but people don't know what's going on. But it's really just a blanket of mulch on weeds. that
Yeah, you
I chopped down.
Yeah, so it sounds like what you need to go and go take your truck down
Okay.
and rent a sod remover.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, it is so cool. It's a blade that you could set at different heights, and
Okay.
you basically walk, and it takes up the first, if like I did on mine, the first inch, because the builder that built my
Of soil.
of soil, and if there's grass or weeds or whatever,
It just
yes,
eats them up.
yep, and it not only eats it up, it fully removes it. Like now once you're done with that in your whole backyard, now what you need to do is go and remove that dirt, and then you bring more topsoil in, and
With a what? With a shovel? How do you remove that dirt?
wheelbarrow.
Well, yeah, but you got to use a shovel to get it in the wheelbarrow, right?
You can. I typically use my hand, but you
Ooh,
can
okay.
use whatever. I just go one scoop at a time.
Oh, okay. That's good.
But yeah, you could use a shovel or a backhoe. I mean, it's whatever.
So you're ripping up all the roots and old stuff. You're
Yeah,
digging in the soil. Then you're taking a whole. So then there's a section of my yard that's lowered. Do I
that's
have that
lower
right?
because you just basically went down 3 inches,
Oh, okay.
and I mean you'll hit uh, tree roots, you'll hit all sorts of stuff, and that stuff needs to go because the new soil you're putting in. Now is the time to do it. Is do new soil and new grass seed, and I mean
And then I've got to pay for new soil. I'm in a rental property. This is way beyond what I'm going to do in a rental property.
yeah, that's a good point. At this point, what you could do is there's some really inexpensive AstroTurf that you could just put over that section. You know what I mean? And it'll kill all the weeds and everything below it because it's not getting sunlight or anything.
Oh, there you go. Just
Just put it
hide
over
it.
it. Yep, just hide it. And then after about a full summer of it not getting any, I mean, it'll still get water and some stuff will still grow down there just because it's nutrient rich. But I mean, you could just unroll it and then that'll save the dirt and that and this and that. And basically then in about a year from now, all the weeds will be dead and then, you'd be good to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
It seems, I mean, I won't do any of that. That's for sure. Cause that's like a lot of responsibility. That's a lot of real work.
No.
But who are you talking to?
Tiffany. She has this wild look in her eye.
Yeah. Do you need to go?
No,
Is it one of these? Is it like,
no, keep trying. Keep going. No, don't don't tilt your head as much.
okay, just straight, just.
And a little bit of smile. A little bit more. There you go. There you go. You want to be on camera? Not. You can just. How about just talk to Tyler? I don't know if he's making any public.
But that's fine. That's fine. Of course. Yeah. Hang on. Actually, August is like, thank you.
Oh, did you just pop champagne?
Hello. Yes. Hi, Tyler. Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.
Let me just get August because he's like crawling up the stairs by himself. So hang on. I'll be back in a minute. But
okay.
Continue on.
Okay.
She's going to attempt to have a happy Easter.
Who's going to?
She's already having a happy Easter, she says.
Who is?
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what I would do to your backyard, dude. Because honestly, when you're talking about doing, like not being able to even walk in your backyard, also a lot easier to clean up poop.
That's true. That's true. What I usually do is I mow it, and then I lower the mower each time until the mower's like almost just on the dirt level.
Dirt. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just getting those things down to where they're like millimeters,
Right.
and then cover them with mulch. Even though the mulch probably is very like rich and it probably like gives the weeds power.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a rental, so you do what you can and you hide what you can't, and then you move out.
I get it. I get it. But your dog is back there, right? And you got to go through the you got to be do you guys use your backyard ever?
Well, what do you mean by use?
Like, do you guys do like potato sack races or like duck duck goose or hide and go seek?
Um, no, no. The most that happens in the backyard is I play fetch with the dog. We're going to invest in some patio furniture
Okay.
because you know Taylor
That's
wants
one
to
more cool
lounge.
thing to take care of.
Yeah, because I have some IKEA furniture out there that was
Okay.
only indoor furniture. Then when
Yeah.
we moved here, I made it outdoor furniture, and now it's like borderline. Like you can sit in this chair that's a recliner, and it's actually like it's a nice recliner chair,
A
very
nice
cheap.
leather recliner.
But it's not made for outdoors, and the wood is starting to, it's starting to crack,
Right.
and like you sit on it and you hear these, but you
You
hope that
still
you won't fall, but that's okay because when you get into it, okay, and then the fabric is kind of just wet and moldy, but so I should probably throw that out or just let it slowly disintegrate into
right.
nothing. That's like a decade away, but I might wait that.
Right.
Get new furniture though,
Hello.
because Taylor wants to do some sun. Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Are you Tyler?
No. No.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Can you read the name on the screen? What does my name say?
Ties.
Sound it out. Don't help her, Drew.
And then the big letter. See that? E. The A is silent.
Because language is ridiculous. You want me to tell you? You want me to tell you what it is?
Yes.
Yep. Say yes.
Yes.
Ties eagle.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Is that your name?
Well, my legal name is Klemp, but in this show I go by Ties Eagle.
His name is Tyler Klemp. Tyler Paul Leenick. Leenick.
My middle name on my birth certificate in parentheses is Klemp, but nobody talks about it. And that's okay.
For good reason. And we shouldn't bring it up on the show with all of the children watching.
You're right. You're right. There's a lot of things we probably shouldn't bring up on the show that I want to, but that's okay.
Hey, the outdoor patio furniture.
Yeah.
Um,
Good idea.
Great. I mean, it's fantastic. It's especially where you're at, where it's really warm out, and you can spend some time outside in the summers.
Yeah.
And actually lay out and read a book outside and just have a nice create a peaceful space.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. It's just, washing the hey, okay. Are you done in here? Thank you.
Break something on your way out.
Pretty much. It's just bringing the padding in and washing them at
Why
the
do you
end
bring
of
the
the summer.
padding in?
What's that?
You bring the padding in.
Yeah,
Isn't
yeah,
that like
yeah.
weather resistant? You just let it winterize it, like spray some palm oil on it, and then the winterization of the snow and ice just sleeks off it. And then you clip that opportunity.
Yeah, it's mold resistant.
Okay. No mold, no worries.
Yeah,
That's
it's
what I
mold
always say.
resistant. So it's just the pads that you sit on. I'm sure you get like pillows or whatever.
Isn't it in a waterproof case?
No, actually. But you guys don't Idaho doesn't get as much rain as Seattle does. So you might be okay.
But any rain could be bad.
Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. What time is it?
It is almost 5 o'clock your time.
Got another couple hours. And then it's bedtime. Anyways, you want to say something or not? No, apparently not.
What's happening? I don't even know what's happening.
It's going to go one of two directions. She's going to get a spanking.
Are we talking about Tiffany still?
Yeah.
What's my other option?
Or we're going to wrestle. That's what I thought.
Or we're gonna wrestle. Greco style. Greco style. Please get the extra virgin olive oil.
So
but
I'm
not the light flavor kind.
I'm away from her for 26 minutes, and she's like, "Where are you? What are you doing?"
Yeah. Well, she's
Okay.
infatuated with you. Who wouldn't be? You're gorgeous. Okay, and you tan like a Greek, you tan like a Greek icon. Okay.
I tan like a sailor from Athens.
Yes, I know. And I read like a Middle Eastern Maine lobster. That's annoying. Okay. And I don't understand it because I spent years tanning. I mean, when I was like into the fitness game, I went tanning 2-3 times a week. And it probably took me like 2 years to develop a base color. I don't think
it takes that long.
Well, now you're mocking
I
me.
think if you were in a climate that you worked outside in like a Speedo all day, I think you'd be tan within a couple weeks.
Well, that's the point of the lawn chairs, is that so I can come home, throw, because I have no responsibilities, throw the stick for the dog.
From your lawn chair?
And yep, because he'll bring it straight to my lap. Boom, you throw it. My dog's like, hey, I want to play fetch. You throw it like 4 times, and he's like, I'm over this, actually.
Yeah, I want to lay down.
Yeah, I'm going to lay down. And then I'll wait a couple minutes, and now I want to bite you. Now I'm going to bite you because I want to wrestle. Because my dog's like, my dog doesn't want to play fetch.
Wolf.
He wants to get punched in the face. I'll be honest. Like, I smack him in the face.
Yeah.
And he loves it. He gets all riled up, and he bites my wrist, and it's like, ooh, I shove him down. I punch him he just loves it. It's like,
poke his eyes.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, you take him to a dog. We had to stop taking him to the dog park because, when other dogs go fetch balls, he would, in his head, he's like, no, we don't fetch. We wrestle. You look like you're going to have fun fetching that ball. I want to take the fun out of you. So he would go put the dog on his back and then just stand over it. And every time the dog tried to squirm, he just growl at it. And then I'd have to, Yoshi, you can't do that. That's a puppy. But he doesn't care. And so, from years of just hardcore wrestling, just boom, and that's just how he wants to play. He just wants, which is why he plays the best with his kind, like Malamutes. Yep, Malamutes are good dogs because they just like they play real hard. Or pit bulls. He likes playing with pit bulls because sometimes pit bulls will play real hard, but he needs aggressive play. Borderline, we're about to fight. But we're doing the snot thing that where they, that's a sign that dogs are in their happy place. And it's just, it's all fun and game. I'm sneezing, it's all fun and games,
Right.
But you bite my neck and I'm gonna rip your head off.
Yeah, now we're going.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
you can bite my hind legs all you want, but don't you get my neck.
So we had to stop taking him to dog parks eventually because as soon as boom, the latch would close behind us, I could see in his eyes, he'd get this like, oh, resource. Got to make sure I have enough resources. There's 15 dogs in here. Attack the weak.
Oh, so he's already going through the nesting. He's got to build his own nest.
Yeah, now when I'm on the trail, because he's off leash trained, okay? So I usually, when I take him through the neighborhood, he's off leash. Because I got a little beeper,
Which is illegal in Eagle, Idaho.
Yes, it is, but I do it quite often. You know,
Wow.
I ride
And
him through the neighborhoods. I ride
how
him
many
down the
times has your dog gotten arrested before? Has he served time?
no, but we did get pulled over once. I was riding the
Did
bike.
you?
It's like 4:40 in the morning. He's probably like a good 30 feet behind me, just trotting. I got this
Yeah.
little blinking light on his neck. So I look back, but yep, he's still on the sidewalk. And I can't turn to the left. I slept wrong, just so you know. So I can do this,
Oh,
but
okay.
I can only do that
Only
right
go
now.
that far. Okay.
Yeah.
We need to rub your traps out.
So a cop pulls up to us next to me.
Lights,
Yeah.
flashlight, or
No.
main
But
light?
yeah, I turned his little beam light on because he
Yep.
saw the dog first, beam light it, starts coming up real slow, and then I think he spots me. So then his beam hits me, comes up to me. He's
Yeah.
like, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "Oh, is everything okay?" And he's like, "You just saw the dog by himself. Didn't know he was with somebody." I was like, "Yeah, he's just, he's just following me." And the cop was like, "Okay, sounds good." Took
No,
off.
did the dog try to resist arrest?
No, no,
No. Good.
but he
Good.
gave
Now
the
that's something
stare.
you want to train dogs too, because police officers, they're not trying to get in a wrestling match with a half a wolf dog,
No, they're not. No, they're not.
And you don't know if tasing the dog is going to do it. That's the issue.
Yeah, and it wouldn't because he's got about 16 layers of fur.
That's the
that are-
problem is
Yep.
their skin is so thick.
Yeah.
It
Yeah, and
would
then just
probably work. Tasing your dog would probably work, but they don't want
it
to do
would
that.
it would work.
They want the dogs to go quietly. Put on the cuffs on the front,
Yeah.
cuffs on the back, muzzle.
Yeah.
Throw them in the squad car.
Bunny hop
Yep.
into the squad car.
paw prints. Put them in the registry. Now that dog's in the system. If that dog ever goes through a paint factory and they can match up the paint that the dog stepped in to the paws that are on file.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
And then they show all that sincerity on CSI Miami.
Yeah. We found dog semen on the crime and it matches your dog.
Yeah. We know he was there.
He was there.
Woof, woof.
Woof. He ate all the cookies and he killed the Keebler elf.
Okay.
Okay, so dude, you have some new things in your life that are going on.
What?
Yeah, you have some
Well, this is new. This show, we really need to figure out this show thing.
right?
What is our style? Where are we going with it? One thing I want to work on is, like playing off of each other well,
Right.
but maintain a serious vibe the whole time. Are you tired? You
Yes.
need to go get a coffee? You not sleep good last night? You keep yawning. Hey,
didn't
what's
get as
up?
much sleep. Hey, baby.
Don't call me dad. My name's Ty Ziegel.
You know the little Angela?
Yeah.
Angela, Evie's taking advantage.
What's she doing?
Evie's saying, "Come on, Angela, come with me. Say no to Yesky. Say no to your cousin, and come with me."
Hey, Evie, can you come here for a second?
Oh, reality check.
Evie,
Chuck something at them.
you threw something at them?
And oh no.
Okay, that's enough. That's enough. I'll talk to Evie. Hey, Evie, you have a little friend out there that likes to follow you around, but what's really not good at all is that you're asking her to say no to playing with other people. I don't like to hear that. That is not good at all. Okay? If they want to play with somebody else and go do something else, you need to go let them, okay? And then you find something else to do. Okay? Are you throwing things? Why? Were you defending yourself?
No.
Were they throwing chalk at you?
No.
Okay, don't do it again. Okay? Why don't you go find something else to do if you're mad?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, don't throw chalk and think it's funny. No one's gonna want to play with you. Yeah, so last night it was just not enough sleep is what it was.
And what's not
So
enough?
so I'm going to get quite a bit of sleep tonight. I'm going to just slowly drift off. We removed our TV.
Do you have
from our
work tomorrow?
house.
Do you have
What's that?
actual employment tomorrow?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you do?
Yep. Gary was on a 3-week vacation and supposed to be back tomorrow, but now he's going to be back Tuesday.
Nice. Okay.
Yep. So it's a little bit more hectic at work the last 3 weeks.
Because you got to do all the bidding.
Well, there's a lot of things I just couldn't get to, so I had to prioritize. Like, okay, this guy's not getting a bid. This guy's not getting a bid.
Now let me ask you a question on the bidding.
Yeah.
Now when you bid, like, let's say a 4-bedroom, 3-bath house. Okay.
Yep.
The house is 2,200 square feet.
Okay.
Do you implement these credentials into an Excel sheet or some kind of software program so that if you have another bid come in, then you can implement the details of that bid into the software and it will match up all the past jobs that are close within a given range? Like, let's say you like, okay, my range is I can go up or down by 200 square feet, right? The
Right.
bathrooms have to match. You know what I mean? 2 stories have to match. Like, so you have matching applications in the software program, and then you have others that are a little give and take. You know what I mean? And so you can implement the details to hasten the process of bidding. Then you just say boom, 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 and then the program automatically pulls, okay, these 3 houses match, and then you take the average
Right.
of the 3 and say, oh, that was
Um,
2,400, that was 14,000. Okay,
Right.
this is what we're going with. Boom. Or do you have to literally walk through every single one?
No. So if we can get a set of blueprints and we know the scope of work, so what you're asking is like, is there a system that you can have in place, which we don't currently have, but I'll circle back to that. But we have a way to do bids if we get blueprints and we detail out what our scope of work is, that we can do a bid in 2 hours. We could do a bid
Boom.
and have it printed up and ready to ship out. Now, where it gets complicated is if the person asking you to price out to plumb their house, but they don't know what plumbing fixtures they want. For instance, there are some toilets that take 3 hours to install. Other toilets take 30 minutes. There's some shower configurations that there's multiple shower valves, there's slide bars, there's a rain head. Knowing those details are really important. So when a person doesn't have
That
they don't have
foresight.
any information, well, how many hose bibs do you want?
They're
Are
like,
there two?
I don't know.
I
Should
don't
I
know.
put one on the front and back?
So you just start plugging things in there, and then what you do is you give them an allowance that's included in the bid. For instance, like if a house was $20,000 to plumb, and then you're going to spend $10,000 total on kitchen sink, faucet, garbage disposal, hot water tank, tub, shower, all of the lavatory equipment, sinks, everything included. And you gave them a budget of $10,000. So the cost of the project would be $30,000.
Yeah.
So then what they do is they go shopping and they end up purchasing everything. So you pull back the $10,000. So we don't get to make profit on anything. So what I do
on anything. You don't make profit on anything.
on any of because they're buying the fixtures. Now
Yeah,
we
they
get
buy.
better pricing on fixtures than they can get. So then we
They're-
mark it up and sell it to them. And just that transaction of selling it and bring it to the job, that costs money because we have to coordinate, purchase it, hold on to the material, then bill out. So we charge 30% markup from what we buy it for.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
At what age do you think you thought about work as a living existence? Like you were like, when you were 12? Because when you're like a little kid, you're like, oh, I want to be an astronaut and a firefighter. No, you don't. You don't know what you're talking about. You're 9.
Yeah.
But what age do you think that you thought of like the first type of job you would want to have? 12, 14? When was the first time you were like, oh, I think this is what if I wanted to do this?
I would say actually it was probably when I was 17.
Okay. And you thought,
And
what?
it was actually the opposite. I knew what I didn't want to do. I knew I didn't want to work at Toys R Us or Discount Tire.
Because you had done that before.
Well, or anything like being a checker at a grocery store. I didn't want to do that.
No, why not?
I didn't want to just change tires.
Why not?
It's too low resolution. It's too
Too
low.
low resolution. What does that mean?
Well, it's a really nice way of saying that there's not enough layers to the job.
Okay, so then on this side note, when
Low resolution.
when you realized that in your work goals, did you think that at this point at your life, because you're 38?
I think I'm 37. I'm
You
almost
turned-
38 coming up in July.
Your birthday is May 13th.
July 2nd. Close
Okay.
enough.
Did you ever think that at the age of turning 38, when you were 17 and had your first like real work type thought processes, I should say, going on, did you think that at turning 38, you would know as much today as you would about plumbing?
No, I didn't. I had no conception of like what I wanted to do, or I mean, I don't think anybody really does at 17. Like, I know
Don't
what
think
I
so?
wanted to do, but I didn't know what I had to do. And
What do you have to do?
you don't know what you have to do or have to accomplish until you get it put in front of you. If that makes sense. I don't know. I don't think you know. I don't think you can know that.
Why
I don't
can't
know.
you know that?
When did you think that you started thinking about that?
I think when I was 20, I'm trying to remember when I plumbed, because I literally went into plumbing with you because it was like, okay, I want to move out. Here's a super cool dude that I hope to be like one day, and I can live with him. Whoa. Okay. I'm going to live with Drew. His dad's going to offer me a job. Doesn't know what he's getting himself into, but he's willing to give a job to his son's friend because he's like, oh, this is a pity job. Got a
Right.
job. And I think we moved out at 18. I think I was 18 when we moved out because I turned 18 my senior year. No, it must have been 19.
Right.
20, 21, 22, 23. So I didn't think about work at all. Like, I literally just plumbed because it was like I just wanted money and to live with you. That's
Right.
it.
I think that's what the crazy thing was, dude. I was the same way. I was the
Now-
same way probably until I was at year 3 of plumbing, where I was like, oh, I can go do side work
And
and
make a boatload of money.
I can make a ton of money on a Saturday.
$90 an hour.
On one Saturday, I can make more money than I made all week.
Yep.
And
Exactly.
I get it in cash. Done. That's where it changed. And unfortunately, that's what when you do learn a skill like that, I mean, I guess working at Discount Tire, you know how to change tires, but I don't know how that translates into making cash on the side and being able to help people out. Maybe it can. But
some people don't want to do that. Some people want to clock in, clock out, and then that's it. Like, they don't want to do extra work. They want to do the work that needs to be done. And then everything else, they want to just hang out with their kids, go snowboarding, they have a hobby of mowing the lawn. They like to work on motorcycles. So they
Right.
have nothing outside of work to produce more income because their focus is, I just need to make enough money to do
be
the
able to
things,
keep doing the same thing. Yeah.
to
And
do the
so-
things that I enjoy. So some people change tires because it's just like, oh, Boom. I make enough money. Well, most people who change tires are not the older people. They usually move into the office if they're staying there at all.
You're in if you're there at one of those places, you're moving into management after 6 years
Yeah.
of some
Yep.
sort.
Because most of them are coming in, changing tires for a couple of years, boom, boom, boom. And then if they're not moving up in that company, they're moving on. They finished college, now they're leaving, or boom, you know, I mean, they're going to a different job because it's better pay or whatever,
Right.
you know. So but that's some people's perspective. Now I was like, okay, I wanted to be a professional bodybuilder. That was my goal at
Right.
23. And that's when I realized I'm going to leave plumbing and I'm going to get into an industry, even though plumbing made more plumbing into the transition of a personal trainer. Okay.
Right.
Because it's like, okay, new personal trainer, no clients. I'm at the bottom of the barrel. I'm not making a lot per hour. I don't have a lot of
Right.
clients yet.
You got to build up clientele while you're also doing shows and all that
Okay.
stuff.
But it put me in a realm of world where I was closer to my optimal goal. I was closer to the knowledge, to the people, to the networks that would have taken me to the direction I wanted to go. And I did do that.
Yeah.
I bodybuilded for nearly 10 years, like 9 years. That's a long time. That's the
Yeah.
longest stint of a career I had. But then one day I woke up and I was like, I was getting ready for a show. Okay. I had
Yep.
done a national show out in New York 2
Oh
years
my
in a row.
gosh.
Okay.
Okay.
Very expensive. Did I make enough money to pay for that show? No. Okay. My bodybuilding gig brought in like free supplements basically. Really wasn't making any extra money. I was just
Okay.
lowering the amount of output by getting like free supplements,
Right.
you know, stuff like free gym wear. I was getting stuff sent to me.
But
But I wasn't.
you're also doing training at that point, were you?
Well, yeah, I was a personal trainer, and
Yeah.
I was actually making good money because I had worked up and had like a base client. But
Right.
then I eventually left to have my own gym. Then I left and went and carried 60% of my clients into a private gym where I just paid for rental space. It's just basically
Okay.
like, you need to pay $800 a month and then you can use our space. So I paid
Okay.
$800 a month and I used the space. And then I cut my hours back to about 25 hours a week and made more money working 25 hours a week than I did working 45
Working
hours a
for
week.
the other company. Right.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
So then in that perspective, gave me more time and energy to focus on the bodybuilding. And that's when I went to national competitions. I got first place at a local one, qualified for nationals, boom, went to nationals. Okay. I did
Wow.
a national show 2 years in a row, 2013, 2014, 2015. In
Back to back.
in 2016, I was getting ready for this show, and I always started prepping for shows 6 months out, which is a very long time. Half of the year, I would literally be dieting and training on an ultra
For a show.
regimented schedule. Yep. For one show, half my year is dedicated to one, I don't know, maybe 15-minute total stage time.
Okay.
Tiffany moving a lawnmower. And so then I woke up one day prepping for the third time I'm going to do this show
Yeah.
and just looked in the mirror and was like, do I want to diet and dedicate all this time and not be able to eat on family events, not be able to adjust my schedule, and then I have to tan, shave my body to the skin, wear a tight little Brazilian piece
Yep.
on stage to get judged by 7 humans who have all differing opinions, you know?
Right.
This is not like this is like a sporting event where it's like, boom, captured on film, boom, we know who was first because he was 1 inch past, right? That's like a very measurable statistic. This is 7 individuals who are like, I like that guy's biceps. The person next to that judge is like, I don't at all.
Yeah.
right? So it's like, oh, let's take the average of this human conception of what a good body looks like. That,
Right.
my friend. So I woke up one day and was like, I don't want to do this anymore. Like a
Wow.
snap change of mindset. And you've been plumbing for how long now? 15 years? No,
Since
longer than that.
2003.
Oh my gosh, 19 years.
Yeah, buddy. We can't get in the truck right now, bud. Your battery's almost done charging for your orange Jeep, though. Almost done. Yeah, so I'm coming up on 20
decades.
years here pretty soon. So I've been 19 years. And yeah.
How now to me, that's a skill that I just don't know if I have. Because the longest job, the bodybuilding thing was 9 years long. But that was like, it was like it was never a full-time gig. It was always on the side. I always still had a job, whether that
Right.
was, working at 24, having my own train. I taught for a little bit, but I've never had a job longer than 4.5 years. That's the longest.
That's more that's I think the average is 3 years. The person
Well,
stays
what?
at a job.
Really? 3 years? That's it?
That's it.
And then they go to something else.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty average. And it's not, they don't necessarily change fields, but they may go for work for another company or whatever. And so there's a movement in every industry of people changing and,
But within the industry, because I
with
have
every
had
industry.
so many, like I think one of my downsides, like I got the job, right? The job
Yep.
I have now, I got because of word of mouth. Okay. Because I know somebody, well, I worked part-time for the city. Okay.
Right.
The lady I worked under left. So I actually applied for her job.
Oh, okay.
And then she decided to come back. So then she heard through the great, Tiffany, stop moving the damn lawnmower.
What are you doing? We're not starting a fire. We're not doing it.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, shows that your kid can become a pyro at an early age. We're not starting a fire again. Okay? You almost burned down the neighbor's fence.
No, Theo's taking all those things. There's gonna be so much to clean up out there. There's been the last 50 minutes have been the kids just making a mess out in the neighborhood. So it's I'm looking
Beautiful.
forward to that. But yeah, so yeah, I don't know, man. I think the average in each industry is like pretty close to 3 years.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Work is an interesting gig.
Yeah, I don't know when somebody realizes like what they want to do. I know that there's things they know they don't want to do, but
That's true.
I think there's.
How do you find yourself? How do you know who you are authentically to the point where you know what you wanted? You see this on my neck? You see these?
Yeah.
You know what these are?
What are those?
These are mala beads.
What's mala?
Okay, so I went through a deep meditation phase.
Yes.
Deep. I was meditating for hours a day when I was in college. Hours a day. I would wake up and immediately meditate for a solid hour. And then sometimes I would go to bed at night. Taylor would go to bed and I'd be like, okay, I'm going to go meditate for an hour before bed. So I'd sit in a dark room, meditate for another hour. Okay.
Wow.
Then I got into what some people call transcendental meditation. I didn't know that at the point. At the time, I just was like, oh, this is a new style. So I started umming. You know what umming is?
No.
Not om. People say om. It's not om, it's om. It's okay. And it actually like, the Catholic Church, when priests go and they do their prayers, they actually do this. They go, amen. Right? They vibrational. Okay, it all stems from the word aum, A-U-M. Okay.
Okay.
So I got into this. So I had Taylor's mom make me a mandala necklace, which has 108 beads around it.
Wow.
And I would sit and finger these one by one. You say,
Well,
then
now
you move
what's
to the
the
next.
significance about 108?
I don't know. That probably has to do with some kind of Hindu type understanding of nature and vibrational patterns, and how 108 is a 9 and everything relates back to 369, like Nikola Tesla used to say. That's where energy stems from. That's vortex math when you bring it back. So that's my assumption. Do I know anything of what I just said? No. I don't really understand most of
Yeah.
it. I
Yeah, I
can
don't
make it
either.
sound like I do, but I don't. And so then you okay, 108 times, which would take me about an hour, 50 to 60 minutes to do this. But it
Now, how
creates
would you
this
know? How would you know when you get to the end of the beads?
because there's one main bead that has a little feather thing on it, has a
Oh,
little
okay.
like fur thing on it. So and there's actually countdown beads. So like the 8th bead is like a little bit bigger, then the like 15th bead is bigger, and then you have all the ones in between that are the same size. So you
Oh,
get lost. You're like, oh my god, how long have I been counting? And then you get to back to the 15th, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm almost done. Back to the 8th, and you're like, oh, I'm getting there. Better focus. Boom, and then you hit the feather bead, and you're like, I'm done. And it takes
okay.
about almost an hour.
So
Okay.
how long are the ohms? Are some 10 seconds and some 7?
You just do them as long as you can. It's like a feeling. So I timed myself once, and my ohms usually last between. So each breath, like the in and then the ohm itself, that whole length of in to would be about 32 to 37 seconds on average.
Wow. Just
Yeah,
one?
just one,
Oh, wow.
right? So just one in breath to full finished before the next breath starts would be about 32 to 37 seconds.
So that takes you an hour to get through 108.
Yeah, about that, about 50-ish minutes, because you got
Dang, bro.
108, so you're about 30 seconds each. So you're about an hour of just umming, and you get lost. I don't know
Yeah.
why. I pointed this for something. I was talking about something that was a lead into this. Then this was going to be a rollback to what I was originally talking about, but now I
About
already
work.
forgot.
Yeah,
We
you're
were talking
talking
about
about
work.
work and like
Oh,
how do you
there we
find
go.
things?
Yes, so
Yeah.
that would be my, you mean like, how do you find what your authentic self is? Because that would tell you what you're supposed to be, right? But we get so caught up in just the doing of things, we miss out on the knowing of us to
Right.
figure out, because you
That
are
that's
built.
really what life is. You're just doing things. You're not
Yeah,
necessarily
kind of.
making things better or worse. You're just doing things. Penelope, what are you doing? No, you better not
Yep.
be using a hatchet.
Yep. Mom said a fire's allowed. Burn it down, Penelope. Burn it down.
The thing is, she actually knows how to make a fire. So,
Perfect.
yeah,
So,
yeah,
you know what I mean? But then we're doing things all the time because you are born with a certain amount of talents. Okay? And I'm not saying plumbing is not your ultimate talent. Maybe it is.
right,
Maybe bidding a plumbing job is what you were meant to do on this earth. But you have talents in you, whether it's talking to people, whether it's mathematical talents, whether it's really getting, you can understand children very well, which might be part of your partaking in life. Whatever your skill set is, if you don't learn about yourself, then
right,
how do you ever like do the job which would make you most effective on this planet?
right. And that's you'd have to narrow that down. Even is what is that definition? What's effective? What does that mean? What does that mean?
That means
Because
okay.
that's at the core of it is like when you're just doing things, the net benefit to you or even to society isn't improving your own life or improving the lives of the people you care about. Or if you expand further out, a bigger circle, the people in your neighborhood or the people in your community or the people in your county or the people in your state. But like, if you're just doing things and just completing tasks, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's a net benefit. Like, no progress has been made by what you did, by what I did today, or by what somebody did today. There needs to be a purpose in your tasks. So that's one. And then the definition of, you need to find, I think that definition is like, what can benefit and improve the lives of the most people most often.
Yeah,
and then
Spock
improve.
rule.
You'd have to define improve. What does improve mean?
That's true.
You know what I mean?
Ooh, now we're going down a rabbit hole.
I know, man. And I have an idea in my mind of what that means. But at the end of the day, I think if you can serve God's purpose while you're doing tasks, then you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
That's true.
Because at the end of the day, like you're just checking things off of a list without like anything behind it. I think that, yeah, that's not good. But if you're doing it in a manner which you're following the instructions and tenets.
Please stop moving the
we'll be
lawnmower,
okay.
Tiffany. Oh, what's happening? What are you doing? Is that your family?
No, that's the neighbors too.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so they're making a fire, and that's not far away. That's not far enough away from the garage, guys. You guys know you guys are gonna get smoke in the garage.
That's okay.
Uh-oh, be careful.
Maybe this will create some smudging. Maybe this is the world's way of telling you to smudge yourself.
Yeah.
Personal smudging.
Oh man. Yeah. So, any announcements that you're gonna make? What's going on? Any news? Anything going on?
Nothing's going on.
Okay, nothing new.
Nothing new.
Okay. How's the spring camp going?
Oh, that's scary.
Is it?
Well,
do you have a name or a character?
Mostly because the other city nearest to us, the city of Meridian.
Yeah.
Have you heard of that city?
I know right where Meridian's at. It's yeah. It's
Okay,
north of
Meridian.
Boise, right?
No, it's west of Boise. So
no, yeah, because Boise's here, and then
Meridian's west. Like when you leave it, if you're going to Oregon from
There's
Boise,
a road that goes up.
You go through Meridian from Boise. I mean, Boise's a little lower, so you're kind of going this
angle.
A little bit, yeah. So slightly northwest, but mostly west, because I-84 west.
And Eagle is
Eagle's north.
Eagle is northeast.
Eagle's northwest of Boise. Here's Boise. Here's Meridian. Here's Eagle. Here's Garden City. Here's Nampa, Caldwell, and now we're leaving. Now we're going to Payette, Fruitland, Weiser. Actually, I don't know where Weiser is. I made that up. So you go somewhere, but they're small towns.
Okay.
City of Meridian
Boise up right now. I'm confirming what you're saying to be accurate.
Of course it's accurate, but thank you for double checking me on the interwebs, because that shows trust and, love and dedication to friendship. I don't understand that.
Smoke pretty bad in here.
City of Meridian has not allowed registration to begin for their summer
you were
camps
right.
yet.
So it's Boise, and Meridian is the town directly west.
I know I'm right. I live here.
And really, Eagle is kind of just northwest Boise.
Yeah, it is. There's Garden City though.
Right off of 55. Take the 26 to South Eagle Road.
Yep.
Yeah, and then I have your address, your old address here on West Cloverdale.
No, I've never lived there.
And then I have this address of Idaho 114 East Idaho Avenue.
Not my address either.
I don't know about that.
I guarantee you, if anybody watching this wants to come to that address that Drew announced, you come a shopping and knocking in at 11, and we'll see
Okay.
who answers the door. And my screen is dirty. Hold up. I'm gonna wipe
And
this
here's
off for a second.
3440 North Grenadier Way.
I don't think this is working out. Oh, it's okay. Just gonna do that.
Yeah, a lot of smoke coming in here, guys. A lot of smoke in here. Yeah, I'd scoot it further away.
It's hot now. It's hot. You don't touch a fire when it's hot. I agree with you, Tiffany. Let that thing smoke. Drew needs a little smudging anyway. Needs a little smudging to smudge the negative tired ions that are in his eyeballs that keep making him
There's a lot
yawn.
of tired ions in my eyeballs.
Yeah.
So when does the old battle axe get back into town?
Tomorrow evening.
Okay.
Yep.
And you're working tomorrow. What are you doing tomorrow?
I don't know. I have no idea.
You just go in?
I think I'm working myself out of a job. I'll be honest. I don't know if this is going to last much longer.
You just go into work?
Yeah, and try to find stuff to do.
Okay.
Yeah. Because the summer camps are on lock. We got 50 people registered for each camp every week. Meridian has not even opened registration because they said they're not opening registration for the camps until they can guarantee they have enough counselors for the camps to run. If they can't find counselors, then they're going to nix
You're
the
one of the
summer camp.
counselors, right?
No, that's the city of Meridian.
Oh, that's Meridian.
Meridian has not opened their camp registration yet because they want to guarantee that they'll have enough counselors to fulfill the registration amounts of the camps. The city of Eagle has 50 campers registered, which means I'm required at least 7 camp counselors, excluding myself. I need 7 camp counselors to manage 50 kids for a summer camp. I have had 0 applicants, which means if I don't get enough, I have to cancel the camp. I have to call 50 sets of parents potentially and tell them, hey, just so you know, we are not going to provide you with camp, which you were relying on Monday through Friday because you have a normal job and your kid's out of school and you need this to help out because you don't have fit. But I'm going to let you know.
Where are you looking? Are you looking tomorrow? Is that your job? You got to find these people?
Yeah, I'm going to come up with a game plan. I'm going to start going to high schools.
There you go.
Start going to college campuses. I'm going to try to suck.
Done.
But it's hard because Public Works has had 4 positions open for the last 4 months for, to take care of the parks and other things, water plants, mow lawns for the city of Eagle, and they have not had 1 applicant.
Well,
you know why?
They're not paying enough. They're not paying enough.
Oh, we're definitely not paying enough. And we're competing against
private market.
Private market, which pays more, and remote jobs. Remote jobs are flooding the market now.
Right.
And everybody
so
and their
uncle. What they're going to have to do, and they're going to have to start paying people, $38 an hour to do some of these jobs. I mean, that's what it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
Like Snoop Dogg just rolled in here.
Do you get that reference, Evie? Did you get the reference? I love how they're making a fire right in your driveway.
Literally 4 feet away from me, just to annoy me.
Is
That's
Tiffany
the only
helping?
purpose. They could have moved it 2 more feet away from
Is
me.
Tiffany helping? Is she helping? I can hear her out there.
Yeah,
She's like, turn the.
She gets kind of lippy when she has a glass of champagne in her.
Put more wood on that. Put more wood on that fire.
Well, fortunately, there's not enough wood to go around. I only had 3 pieces left, so. But yeah, so yeah, dude, high
Tell 'em
school
to
start
start-
calling principals, say hi. You know, I'm Tyler with the City of Eagle. You know, we are in desperate need. We need 7 people. Can you pick 7 people, and I can get them set up, and they make this amount of money? I bet you most principals would give you their top favorite 7 kids, like the goody two shoes ones, and frickin' bang done. That's
Okay.
one phone call. It's over. Hey, principal, I need 7.
I need 7. I
You know
really
how good
would
this
like
would
15.
look? You know how good this would look on their college application? Every kid that's worked for the City of Eagle gone to Yale,
Easy.
accepted before the letter even got to Yale.
Yeah. I called them. You
I
want me
call
to call the
ahead.
director of MIT? Done.
Full ride scholarship.
You were camp counselor? Guess what? I'm getting you into MIT economics program. You're gonna start
Right.
mid-level. You can
Right.
squash all the prereqs. They don't even. I'm gonna tell them you don't need that. Your camp counselor activity showed me that your math and English skills are up to MIT par.
Yes, and I know the professor. I know professors and the dean at Stanford. Okay.
Easy. We talk on the daily. He sends me emails about
You want to go to Boise
his
State?
grown-in
Free ride?
toenail.
You got to go through me.
Yeah.
I'm the gate holder to go to Boise State.
Yeah. You know what they call me in the
have to
college
do
circle?
this.
They call me the nickety nose.
They call me Grandpa no fingers.
That's bringing up some past history for you. I can tell you were reaching for that. Grandpa no fingers.
No.
Okay.
Okay, so that's gonna be cool. So that's next week. So that's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. You're out looking for warm bodies, is what you're looking for.
On the daily.
Okay.
On the daily. Yep.
Okay.
So we'll see how that goes. When are you moving? Are you guys moving out of Washington anytime soon?
I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a possibility in the next couple years.
You want to move to Texas? What about Texas? You want to move to Texas?
No.
Why
Nope.
not?
We went to Texas last year, and honestly, dude, the main issue is clean drinking water. Like where you live currently, where we're raised in,
Yeah.
dude, you go to most of the rivers, lakes, and streams, dude. I'm not really scared of drinking that water. You know what I mean? There's nothing in Texas you want to drink. That's even the rain.
Hi, Tiffany.
You close your mouth when it rains. You know what I mean?
Why?
Down in Texas. You don't want to drink the rain. You don't want to get the rainwater in your mouth.
Why not? That's just fresh water came straight off the Gulf.
No, it's not. It's not. It's different. It's different down there. I'm telling you. It's different.
Oh.
So yeah, definitely not Texas. We went to
Tennessee.
South Carolina, Georgia, Tennessee, and Florida 2 years ago. Mississippi, Alabama. We did that road trip for 2 weeks, and South Carolina was really cool, man. Not gonna lie, that was the coolest state I've been to. Followed closely by our trip we did 3 years ago in the summer to Michigan, which Michigan is really cool too. No one knows this, but Michigan, white sandy beaches, clear water on the Great Lakes. The lake is so big that it has its own tide system. So people are out there surfing. It's nuts. Beautiful beaches. Clean, beautiful, Hawaii-like beaches in Michigan. Yeah. Wonderful. Winters, it's snowy. That's the thing is a place like South Carolina, one, it's on the other side of the country. But two, you are talking about a climate that does not produce snow in the Carolinas.
No.
It's warm. It's more similar to California climate. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Little hot, hotter,
It's hot.
less
It's
rain.
hot, dude.
Well, I actually think it rains a lot in South Carolina. But
yeah, it didn't
might
rain
not
over there, but
snow.
it could be. It's right on the ocean, so that I mean, who knows what the ocean
I don't know. So is
monsters
California.
produce
It
to
doesn't rain
make
there
more
often.
rain.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely not Texas. I do Idaho. I do Michigan. I'd want to go somewhere with clean water and mountains. Just not in
Clean-
Washington State.
Not
So
Washington.
Idaho, West Montana, Michigan, Maine, not Maine. Yeah, that's pretty much it for right now. No Nevada, Utah, nah. South. I do South Idaho.
South Idaho.
Yeah. What do you think about that?
I don't know. I don't think.
You don't think?
No, I stopped that when I started doing the alming. That was the whole point of the conversation where you're not paying attention.
Oh, you stop. You don't need to think.
Yeah, you just do. Instead of you transition from a human doing to a human being, and that's what I do on the dailies. I'm just human being here right now. Do I think about the
Being.
past? Yes. Do I think about it occasionally? No.
Right. Have you been to Twin Falls?
Yeah,
What do you think of that place?
I wouldn't move there.
I know, but what do you think of it?
It's all right.
It's just
good to go to if you need to. If you don't live in near a lot of stores and you need to go to like a Costco or you need to go to a Great Clips, then you would go to Twin Falls, like my in-laws do, because they're
right.
like,
And
oh, they do once a month run to Twin Falls, hour 20-minute drive, hit it on a Saturday, load up on groceries from Costco, get my Supercuts appointment in, boom, back home to
where do they
the
live?
Rockies of Idaho, Haley, Idaho. Haley, Idaho. One of the most beautiful places in Idaho, that's for sure. That's why a lot
Where
of
is that? Is that by Blackfoot or Idaho Falls?
no, I don't know. You'd have to Google it. Google will tell
Haley?
you. Yeah, Haley, Idaho. Hailey, Haley, Idaho. What did you know?
No. Oh, okay, I gotcha. Yeah, they're just
Okay. Are you frozen? Oh, coming back around. Nope, you're frozen again. Biggity boom. Let's go like this.
here.
And
Yeah, I'm running strong, bro.
you're running.
Super high, super low ping rate, high refresh rate. We're good. Okay, so Haley, Idaho's beautiful. Huh? What's so beautiful about Haley, Idaho?
What is so beautiful about it?
Yeah, that's right.
It's just a nice place to live.
Why is that?
Are you talking right now? There's like an
Yeah, I'm
ultra
talking right
delay. What's happening with your Wi-Fi?
Is it delayed?
Oh, it's starting to
It's
come back.
It's not me. It's not me. I think it's your computer, man. You're trying to screenshot record, and it's just not working. Hey, you guys are missing out on the fire. There's a fire right here.
Oh man. Okay. Let's go. 6.
The whole neighborhood's over in my freaking garage.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Check this out. Second TV, dude. TV.
Nice.
TV.
2 TVs.
Yep. So that what I'm going to start doing is having people over to play video games in my garage. Okay.
Nice.
Totally nerd out. It's going to be great.
Sounds great.
Okay, dude. Well, what's the story? Oh, Bald Mountain. Have you been to Bald Mountain?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
In Sun Valley?
Yep. I have.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah,
Have
Sun
you been to
Valley.
the Sawtooth Botanical Gardens?
No. You've been to Sun Valley though.
All right, bro. Well,
All right.
let's keep writing our book, and really just more chapters after more chapters, and then we'll get her done.
Sounds like a plan.
And this weekend, I could probably do a Friday night show. If you want to do a Friday night show, I could probably make that happen next Friday.
We could try. Keep
Let's
me
try
posted
it.
throughout the week, and we'll see what we can do.
All right, I love it.
Okay.
All right, bro. We'll have a happy Easter, and I'll see you next Friday.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. Let's go. One
Yay.
for the book. Happy Easter, everybody.
Happy Easter.